While the rapidly surging Omicron COVID variant has crossed the 400 mark in India, the country has also recorded the highest COVID recovery rate since March 2020 at 98.40%. At present, India has 415 cases of the Omicron variant and several curbs have been imposed, including night curfews and limits on large gatherings across the country to curtail the spread of the new variant. India's active caseload currently stands at 77,032, the lowest in 579 days. Active cases account for less than 1% of the total cases at present. As many as 7,286 recoveries have been registered in the last 24 hours, taking the count to more than 3,42,23,263. A total of 7,189 new COVID cases have been reported in the last 24 hours, bringing the total caseload to more than 3,47 lakh. The weekly positivity rate of 0.60% has been less than 1% for the last 41 days. At least 2 kg of RDX, that is Royal Demolition Explosive, was used in the Ludhiana court blast on December 23rd, a forensic report with the Punjab police has revealed. According to sources, the report said that a lot of explosives got washed away in the water pipe burst during the blast. On December 23rd, Thursday, an explosion at the District and Sessions Court complex in Ludhiana claimed the life of one person while 5 others were injured. Sources say that Babbar Khalsa, a Pakistan-backed pro-Khalistan outfit, is suspected to be behind the Ludhiana court blast. After a preliminary probe, the police and the National Security Guard believed that the deceased was the one who planted the bomb on the court premises. According to sources, the man has been identified as dismissed cop named Gagandeep. According to sources, Gagandeep's mobile phone exploded at the time of the blast, but he had a dongle through which he was using the internet. The NIA and Punjab police suspect that he was taking information from someone online about assembling and activating the bomb. Gagandeep was identified on the basis of the SIM of the same internet dongle. Later, his family recognized the dead body by seeing his tattoo. The Election Commission will meet Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan on Monday, according to reports, to discuss the COVID situation, specifically the threat posed by Omicron strain in Uttar Pradesh and 4 other states due to hold elections in February-March. The meeting will take place a day before the top poll body's 3-day visit to UP. The meeting also follows a suggestion from the Allahabad High Court to defer the election in the state due to concerns of an Omicron-led third wave of coronavirus infections. Chief Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra yesterday told reporters that I will be visiting UP next week. An appropriate decision as required by the situation will be taken after we review it. On Thursday, the Allahabad High Court asked the Election Commission to postpone the February-March election. The court also asked Prime Minister Narendra Modi to ban poll-related gatherings. If rallies are not stopped, results will be worse than the second wave, Justice Shekhar Yadav said, modifying the Prime Minister's lockdown slogan to add, Jaan hai to jahan hai. If there is life, we have the world. Bengal, Assam and Tamil Nadu all witnessed a worrying spike in COVID-19 cases earlier this year after massive crowds at election rallies led by Prime Minister and opposition leaders. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted Christmas greetings this morning as the country celebrated the festival amid restrictions in public places due to the pandemic. Christmas greetings to everyone. We recall the life and the noble teachings of Jesus Christ, which placed topmost emphasis on service, kindness, and humility. May everyone be healthy and prosperous. May there be harmony all around, Prime Minister Modi tweeted. The rise of the Omicron variant heralded another pandemic-tinged Christmas for billions across the world, with Santa's arrival and longed-for family reunions overshadowed by the prospect of yet more COVID-19 restrictions. Gatherings of 5 or more will not be allowed in Maharashtra between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m., the state government has said. Haryana and Delhi have also tightened restrictions this Christmas, though Delhi has allowed places of worship to remain open. President Joe Biden was told by a caller on Friday who said, Let's grow Brandon, a coded insult that has become a rallying cry for supporters of Donald Trump during a White House Christmas Eve event. The incident, which quickly went viral online, took place after Biden and the First Lady Jill Biden spoke by video conference with North American Aerospace Defense Command officials who track Santa's travel across the globe. After being assured of St. Nick's progress, the president fielded calls from several American families. One man identified himself as Jared, a father of four. Biden spoke briefly with the caller's children, asking what presents they wanted for Christmas and telling them they need to be in bed before midnight. He also remarked on how he and Jared both had sons named Hunter. Wrapping up the call, Biden wished Jared a wonderful Christmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas and let's go, Brandon, Jared replied. Let's go, Brandon, I agree, returned Biden without reacting to the dig. It was not immediately clear if the president had understood the reference, though Jill Biden chuckled uncomfortably and rolled her eyes.